Well, the Electoral Commission has condemned and distanced itself from the shooting incident at the steps to Christ Voter Registration Centre at the Owutu-Senya East constituency in the Central Region last Monday. Addressing the media at its Let the Citizens Know series, Deputy Chairman Operations of the EC, Samuel Tete, said the Commission has identified the busing of people as an underlying factor for conflict at registration centres. It follows reports of violence at some registration centres in the country, including the Kaswa incident that involves the Member of Parliament for the area, Mavis Hawa-Kumsin. The EC's deputy chairman is asking for perpetrators to be brought to book.
Violence at some registration centres. The Commission has noted with concern some acts of violence which are gradually rearing its ugly head at some centres. So far, we've experienced one or two. The centres are not many, very few. And in some cases, the registration officials are attacked physically or verbally, and applicants are also physically prevented from registering. These acts by political party agents and sympathizers disrupt the registration process, and at times it leads to the closure of the center for the rest of the day till calm is restored. A case in point was the temporary halting of the registration process at the center by name Steps to Christ Preparatory School in Awudete village in the Owutu-Senya East District in the Central Region, which occurred on Monday, where firing of gunshots temporarily halted the registration process. However, the police saved the situation and the registration process was continued. We are happy to state that our kids and officials are safe, and the police have started investigations into the incidents. As a commission, we condemn such acts, especially during a civil exercise like the registration of voters, and calls on the security agencies to investigate the issue as a matter of urgency and bring the perpetrators to book to serve as a deterrent to other would-be offenders. And as a reminder, we also, particularly two political party agents, politicians, and any person who wishes to challenge an applicant on the basis of ineligibility must fill a challenge form at the registration center, which will then be submitted to the district registration review committees for a determination as to whether the applicant is qualified to be registered as a voter or not. The political party agents are therefore cautioned against the use of force or violence at all our registration centers to challenge a person's eligibility, since it is an offense to do so. At this juncture, it is important to state for the records that well ahead of the registration exercise, the Commission had an extensive engagement with the security services, especially with the Ghana Police Service. The Commission wrote to the IGP for police presence at all the registration centers. In addition, we wrote to the police for police presence at our regional offices, district offices, as well as our stores. In addition, we submitted the movement plan of the Commission to the security agencies. All these measures were taken in order to ensure the presence of the police at our regional, district, stalls, and all registration centers. Notably, it is important to state that the Commission has taken all the necessary steps to ensure that the registration centers are well secured. And that is the reason why we have police presence at all the registration centers. And with the exception of some few centers which have actually experienced violence, all of us can testify that the work of the security agencies keeps on improving day by day. And apart from the security personnel who are permanently stationed at the centers, they also have the mobile or the patrol security teams which are deployed to potential flashpoints to ensure public peace and order. Hence, the peaceful registration at almost all the registration centers that we are experiencing. However, the Commission has also taken note of statements by some organizations or institutions that the EC should be responsible for security, looking at one or two issues which has happened at some centers, especially the one in Ewutu East. This is unacceptable to the Commission because security issues are the responsibility of the security agencies. However, we also wish to state that we will continue to work with the security agencies to ensure peace and stability at all registration centers. And this is what we have constantly been doing. And for that matter, it is unfair for these organizations to blame the EC and put at its doorsteps as the body which is responsible for ensuring security at the centers. We reject these statements, we condemn their acts, and we also call on the good people of Ghana to condemn the acts and statements which are being put into the public domain.